everyone. My name is Julia Zimmerman, and this is Grayson, and I am currently serving as the Clyde FFA chapter president. I hope that you will be able to watch our virtual banquet and hope you enjoy. The banquet hall will now come to order. We are now holding the meeting of the Clyde FFA chapter. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their station?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Sentinel, stationed by the door. Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door remains open at all times to our friends and that they are welcome. I care for meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the meeting room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The Reporter.
Stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The Treasurer.
Stationed by the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his field accounts, carefully and accurately. I strive to encourage thrift amongst members and maintain financial stability through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The Secretary.
Stationed by the Iroquois.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
Committee Chairs.
Stationed by the Growing Leaders Committee. I encourage other FFA members to go on trips with our FFA chapter, like state and national convention, where they can have opportunities to grow as leaders. I also encourage them to live healthy lifestyles and stay on top of things, to further better themselves so that they can soon become leaders.
Stationed by the Community Service Record Book, I help schedule different community service projects and help them run smoothly. I help encourage others to attend these community service projects, and I myself attend to fulfill the purpose of my office.
The Chaplain.
Stationed by the cross.
Your duties there.
It is my duty to offer spiritual guidance to those who seek direction. Because of these difficult times, I would like to share a prayer. Please bestow an act of prayer. Dear God, when evil darkens our world, give us light. When despair numbs our souls, give us hope. When nothing seems sure, give us trust. When we lose our way, be our guide, that we may find your presence and purpose in doing your will. Amen.
The Advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in the work of our organization and preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we shall follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. For the last time, Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member shall possess. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this banquet of the Clyde FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Throughout the year, our FFA chapter is blessed with so many supporters. One of our biggest supporters has been Mr. Haft. I would like to welcome Mr. Haft to say a few things.
Hey, good afternoon, FFA families and students. Well, unfortunately, we're not at a banquet together this year, but we do the best we can, right? That's all we could do. But I wanted to congratulate the FFA students on a successful year. I know it may not feel successful, but it still was. You still accomplished a lot of great things, and I know we had a lot of achievements at the state level, so you've got a lot to be proud of. I'm missing the banquet. I started thinking about it, and there's a couple things that came to mind regarding the banquet. The first thing, believe it or not, was the rose. Every year now, for whatever reason, Z always gives me a rose, and he's probably the only one who's ever given me a rose in my life. So I'm gonna miss that. Obviously, I miss the food. The food's always phenomenal. I love when the new officers get sworn in, so I'm gonna miss seeing that. I think I'm gonna miss maybe one of the biggest things I'm going to miss is Z's speeches. Z, you've just got such a great way of knowing all your students, and you really don't just give a canned speech. You give an individual speech for every student, and I think that's so special, and it just shows how much you know about them and how much you care about them, and really that is the essence of true teaching. And lastly, I'm going to miss the comments by the senior class and those who will be leaving us and going on to greater things, hopefully. But so, anyways, we're going to miss a lot of things. But there are some positives though to not having the banquet. First of all, FFA members, think about it. Now you don't have to do any cleanup. You don't have to do any setup. I know usually you guys spend like a whole day setting everything up, so you don't have that. You can pretty much wear whatever you want. Look at me. We just casual clothes. No one will know the difference. And lastly, this came to mind. There is zero chance that the FFF boys are going to start singing and dancing to "She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy." So you've got to look at the positives. But anyways, once again, FFA students, I miss you, and I hope you still enjoy this virtual banquet and remember this time, and it's special, it's different, but there's one thing for sure. Yeah, you'll certainly always remember this time in your life. That's for sure. So I'm expecting to hear great things about all of you in the future, and hopefully in the fall things will somewhat return to normal, and we could spend a lot of time together. All right, that's all for now. Bye-bye.
This year's outstanding freshmen are Emma Davis, Ethan Lance, AJ Lucio, Brady Franker, Caitlin Gomez, Amelia Ketchum, Nathan Parkhurst, and Jocelyn Royster. And your 2020 Star Green Hand is Emma Davis. This year's outstanding sophomores are Catrice Hackenberg, Aubrey Vandergriff, Courtney Buchanan, and Chase Davenport. And your 2020 Star Chapter is Catrice Hackenberg. This year's outstanding juniors are Brandy Ward, Heidi Drown, Audrey Kohlenberg, Logan Maurer, Caleb Lane, and Caitlin Myers. And this year's Ag Credit 110% award winner is Logan Maurer. This year's outstanding seniors are Julia Zimmerman, Olivia Zimmerman, Kenny Bonningson, Levi Cooper, Chloe Hackenberg, Austin Black, and Hank Webb. I would like to take this time to thank some of our community supporters: Mark and Betsy Hackenberg, Connie Ohms, Brian Cleveland and Sunrise, Copper Top Bakery, Fremont Logistics and Amy Overmeyer, David Crumnow and Bay Tractor and Turf, Ag Credit, Gary Davenport Sr., John and Sherry Glass, Mark and Clara Davenport, Lamar Hedrick, Doubles and Eric Doble, Mike and Danielle Lance, Kalmbach Feeds, Kent Williams, Ken Black, and Michelle Zimmerman. This year's honorary degrees are Brett Oates and Gary Cortell. Brett has been a teacher's aide in the mechanics course this year and has helped with numerous FFA events. Gary is retiring from the custodial department and has helped the FFA in numerous ways. Congratulations, Brett and Gary.
Hi, everybody. So nice of you to be able to join us over the computer this year for our virtual FFA banquet. I'm Mr. Zimmerman, and I certainly love the opportunity to talk with all of you. And at this part of the program, it's my honor to introduce and to talk with you about our seniors. I've been watching these young people grow into the people they are today throughout the 4 years that I've known them. I hope that I have at least demonstrated for them honesty, fairness, and hard work, and that they see those things from me every day. I would love to be able to talk about every one of the freshmen that started with me during their class, but over the years you lose students to different opportunities, and I do though try to keep up with all of those students, and I wish them all luck to all of our graduating seniors this year. We all obviously would like to be with you in person, and I miss that greatly. I miss the opportunity to see many of my community members and people that I would be working with at this time for the banquet. I know that this will be over at some point, and we can resume activities the way we want them to be, and we can have a great influence in our community as we move into the next school year. We are so grateful for all of the support that our community has given us at this point. Now, all votes aren't counted, but we think our levy's passing, and we appreciate all of you for your support with that. Graduation will be very different this year, and graduation parties and celebrations like that will obviously take on different forms, and it's actually been a good learning opportunity for Mr. Zimmerman. Put me in some situations where I had to learn to teach over a computer and Google Classroom and some other things like that. So I have honestly can tell you I have grown as an educator in my ability to communicate with kids, and I have been fortunate that I've had a lot of help, though, to get through that. So hopefully you all have grown in some way as well, and we can look at this whole situation as a positive learning experience. I'm going to talk about my seniors one at a time, and it'll be alphabetical, and I have to do this in individual videos so that we can clip them into their slides. So thanks again for joining us, and I really appreciate all of your support. Okay, so the first senior that we're going to talk with you about is Sam Adams, and Sam is obviously graduating. What a sweet young lady Sam is. I very much appreciate all of the things that she has done for us over the school years. She's been a really active member in our chapter, a very organized person, and extremely confident in her abilities. I always looked forward to her opinion on things. They weren't always what I agreed with, but she was certainly a person that would share those with me. And together, I think we came up with some good compromises on a lot of projects. I would like to thank her for trying out for our sales team. She did push the other students who obviously went on and placed first in the state and will compete in the national contest. And I know that Sam, I want her to know that she had a big part in pushing those kids as competing for that one spot to help them get there, and also in helping to prepare for the event. So I will never forget her contribution for that. I look forward to watching Sam develop. She's going to work at Church and Dwight, where her mother works, for the summer. And then she says she might be moving on to school, and I hope that she does do that and complete her education at the next level, because she's a really very, very talented young person. So wish you all the best of luck, and thanks, Sam. Sam, if you do decide to get to school and you want a little bit of financial support from the FFA, come see me, and we'll see what we can do for a scholarship for you, okay? All right, thanks, Sam. Good luck. Okay, so the next student we would like to mention is Caleb Bailey. Caleb is graduating this year. Caleb is an interesting young man. He and I didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. I had his mother as a student in ag, and I had his uncles, and I have his brother Landon now as a freshman. So I really feel like I know the family well. I know that Caleb is capable of way more than what he gave the school and his classwork this year. He's a very, very smart young man. But I just was a little disappointed in how he didn't take a hold and use his talent. So I'm not saying negative things about Caleb. I wish him the best. I hope that he can someday figure out how he can use his talents for good, and do appreciate very much his family and all of his support for the times that he was able to help us. And I wish Caleb the best of luck, as he, I believe, is going to be seeking employment in the workforce. So good luck to Caleb. Okay, our next student here is Austin Black. Really can relate very well to Austin. He's very similar to the way that I was when I was in high school. Very energetic, loves to do mechanical type work with his hands. He has a great ability to work with small engines, and right now he's working at Willie's Sales and Service in Fremont. And I know that he's raced go-karts since he's been a very young person with him and his dad. So I appreciated not just Austin, but also his dad helping us to train some of those mechanical teams over the years. I'm going to miss Austin a lot. He worked really hard and earned his state FFA degree this year. Was unable to go to the convention to receive it because the FFA had a virtual banquet, but certainly do want to congratulate and recognize him for that great achievement this year with his state FFA degree. Austin attended Vanguard for a welding program, graduates, and he's going to be looking for a welding job. I think he said he wants to work on a pipeline. So I wish him the best of luck. He's a really great young man, and Austin, I won't be going anywhere, so I'll be here if you need anything. Okay, and good luck to Austin. Take care.
Hi, my name is Austin Black, and I've been an FFA for all 4 years of high school. After graduation, I'd like to go to Columbia Gas Pipeline to weld for their crew. The activities I have been in throughout the years of high school have been straw project, barbecues. I have farmed 3 seasons with Z, cooked for the banquets, helped at Elmo Nursing Home, helped with scrap, B&B auctions, help with the safety days at Vanguard, cut fence row down at the middle school, and help with the fruit sale. The judging contests I have participated in have been general livestock, ag mechanics, small engines, and tractor troubleshoot. The awards I have earned throughout the years have been Green Hand Degree, Chapter Degree, State Degree, and Outstanding Junior. And for Z, I'd like to say thank you for everything you have done for me. These past 4 years have been amazing with you. I haven't been the same person when I walked through freshman year. You have showed me everything I need to learn. It's been a great ride, Z. I hope to see you throughout the years. And like I said, thank you. And to people that are coming up this year, you're going to have an amazing teacher. He's one of a kind. You won't have another one like him. And I've always loved going to the trap shoots with him. And especially at his house, where we have stew, hot dogs. I mean, it's been amazing. And just going on road trips with him, state convention, national convention, those have been the best. I'm telling you guys, you're going to have one heck of a guy. I'm telling you. This past year has been amazing until coronavirus stepped in. And ever since this happened, I don't know what to do. Because he was still trying to teach us stuff. But after everything he's taught us, I've learned a lot. Thanks, Z.
Okay, our next student is Ken Bonnickson. I have enjoyed very much working with Kenny. He is an extremely mature young man. Has been a mature young man since I've known him in the 7th grade. 7th and 8th grade, I think actually he started taking agriculture courses through Terra. And there is a College Credit Plus, or the CCP program, that was available, and it still is. I don't I can't say that I 100% enjoyed that, because when Kenny became a junior, the senior type classes, the business, agronomy, and mechanics classes, he was unable to do those because he'd already taken them as a younger student. So it kind of could have, I'm going to say it could have prevented him from even being part of the program. But Kenny and I worked out a capstone project, and a capstone is where you do a project outside of the actual school day so that you can remain active in FFA. And I was real happy with Kenny that he wanted to do that. He's been an extremely active member in our chapter, and this year Kenny is one of our outstanding seniors, and very much a big part of our organization. I appreciate him, his family, and all that they have done over the years as well for our FFA chapter. And I want to congratulate Kenny, just passed his auctioneer schooling, and he's got his license as an apprentice auctioneer now. And so Kenny, I believe, is going to continue on and get his business degree. And let's see, we got a couple of scholarships for Kenny. The first one is the Robert Lance, or Bob Lance Memorial Scholarship, and I'm pretty sure that we'll hear a presentation for that scholarship in just a moment from Martha. And then also, this is my first student who is earning this scholarship, and it's the Frank Miller Memorial Scholarship. I actually will have 10 students tonight that I will recognize for earning a $500 scholarship from Mr. and Mrs. John Miller in memory of Frank, John's dad. Now, Frank was the first president of the Clyde FFA back in 1938 when the chapter was originated. And John is a great supporter of our organization, and he gave 10 $500 scholarships this year is how we decided to divide the dollars. And 6 of those students are current students who will be graduating, and the other 4 are students who are currently pursuing an agricultural degree at a college, and they're in their junior or senior year of that program. So I'm excited for Mr. Miller, Mr. and Mrs. Miller, for their contribution and support, and I want to congratulate Ken on behalf of them for receiving that award, and I will recognize the other students as we get to them who are earning that $500 scholarship. Okay, good luck, Kenny.
Hi everyone, I'm Martha Lance, and I'm here to present the Memorial Scholarship in memory of Robert J. Lance. And I'm very happy to present it to Ken Bonnickson Jr. The Bonnickson and the Lance families go back many years, and they've always been good neighbors, good friends, and helpful in the agricultural field. I'd also like to say congratulations to all the Clyde FFA members and on their great successes this year. And a special congratulations and good luck to all the seniors in the Clyde FFA. Thank you.
Hi, the next student I'd like to talk with you about is Evan Brewer. Evan been with me for 4 years, and he's really a remarkable young mechanical minded person. He is actually sacrificed very much to be able to get an education down at Tiffin Sentinel, and to take the machining, I think it's called the machining program. Vanguard doesn't have one, so Evan had to drive all the way to Tiffin every day for Sentinel for that machinist program. Mr. Huffman, the teacher down there, is phenomenal. His students learned so much from him on the programming and machining, and I think Evan's gonna, take that stuff and just grow in it. He's already working he worked for Century Dye for a while, and now he works for the Freeman Company, and I know him and his dad have their own shop where they're making a lot of components. So since we've had this no school and teaching over the computer, I haven't had a lot of contact with Evan. I wanted to tell him I kind of missed that. Enjoyed talking with Evan. We got a plasma table, a Torchmate plasma table a couple of years ago. Vanguard purchased for us for our program, and Evan is remarkable. I taught him the basics, and away he went, and he has designed some incredible things. And I wanted to tell him how proud I am of his mechanical abilities. He last year won the state ag mechanics competition as an individual, and was really looking forward to competing this year as we were as well, and that was canceled due to the COVID. So anyway, Evan, I thank you. I wish you the best of luck. I know that you're going to be a great success, and you're going to have a great mechanical career, and hope that maybe I can say someday that I had a little part in helping you, but it's all you. It's all you. You did a great job. So, okay, thanks, Evan. Good luck. Our next student I'd like to talk with you about is Paris Brock, and Paris has been with me 4 years. She's a very remarkable young lady. I have kind of missed her this senior year. I honestly have. I say that because I think she's kind of gone a different direction than where we were last year at this time. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I just was expecting a little bit different type of actions and activities from Paris her senior year. Not taking anything away from her contributions to the organization. She's done a tremendous job her 4 years of representing us when she needed to. I think Paris had got her job at McDonald's, and I believe she's also working a second job at Arby's. And when students begin working, lots of things change, and you can just tell they're tired. They're trying to maybe have an opportunity to sleep in and miss a class or something like that. They maybe do that, and they're just tired, and other things on their mind, and priorities get changed. And I understand that 100%. I'm not upset a bit. I hope that she's not upset about the comments I'm making, because I do absolutely adore her. I think she's a tremendous young lady. I'm so proud of her for what she's been able to achieve, and she is looking at going to Hobart Welding School. We toured that facility in Troy, Ohio last year on the way to convention, and she's interested in becoming a professional welder. And I had her in mechanics class, and she does a wonderful job in mechanics, and she has a great ability, and I think that she will be successful if she does get to Hobart and get that education. So to help her, we talked, and Paris is going to be one of the recipients of the Frank Miller Memorial Scholarship, so she'll have $500 from that. And then this year also we have a new scholarship that we're presenting. It's in memory of Larry Dinan. And Larry passed away, and his family has been a huge part of our organization and the FFA. Larry was a student way back when, and his ag teacher was Charles Hastings. And Mr. Hastings was here at one of our FFA banquets about 6 or 7, maybe 8 years ago. And I invited Larry to come back and got to meet his old ag teacher at the time. Now, Mr. Hastings has passed away since then, and so has Larry, but so nice of the family to think of us as a contribution, and able to present Paris with a $100 scholarship also in memory of Larry Dinan. I think Larry would really like Paris, and I wish Paris the best of luck, and hopefully you get to Hobart and you become successful in your career. Okay. Thanks, Paris. The next student I'd like to talk with you about is Jarrett Burrows. Jarrett, obviously senior, graduating, made a decision here his senior year that he was going to go on to the military, and Jarrett has enrolled in the Marines, and I believe he'll be shipping out this summer to boot camp. And if I got the wrong terminology, I'm sorry. I've never in the military. But I have had a lot of students who have gone that direction, and it's a great direction to go. You always worry, obviously, as a teacher, somebody that cares about these students, and a parent, you worry. But he's a person that likes to help and give back to his community, and I know that's why he has made that decision to enroll or enlist. So Jarrett has been a lot of FFA activities. He joined Ag a couple years ago, so we didn't have him all 4 years, but he was really a tremendous person in the shop. And I'll never forget some of the things that Jarrett has restored. He was a big help on the tractor we did last year. He restored a couple of wagons. He did a planter that's in 1 million pieces right now because we didn't get it finished before they canceled our ability to come into the building together. And he did lots of other projects. So I was really, really proud of Jarrett and his abilities. I wish him the absolute best of luck in the military, and I hope that he knows how proud we are to call him a past FFA member. So good luck, Jarrett. Be safe, and appreciate you. Next student I'd like to talk with you about is Levi Cooper, or Coop, we call him. What a neat young man he is. I've known Coop for a long time. I'm very good friends with his grandpa, John Baker, and JB and I have cooked a lot of chicken together, and he taught me everything I know about cooking chicken. And Levi is just like kind of JB in his work ability and work ethic. Levi is earned his state FFA degree. He's gotten numerous awards at the state, local level. He has represented our chapter many times on state and national trips. And you know, he's just really a very well-educated and very polite young man, very hardworking young man. He took advantage of a Vanguard program, which many of my students do, and I always work very hard to be creative so how we can maintain them in both programs at the same time. It's a challenge, but we get it done, and Levi's a good example of that, just like Austin Black was, and Evan. And what we do is Levi went through the electrical program at Vanguard, and Mr. Moreland is a great teacher over there and helped him get a position at Clyde Light and Power, and I think hopefully he gets full-time. That's the plan, that he's going to get hired full-time at Clyde and be able to be part of that crew. They like him there, and he likes that work, and he's learned a lot since he's been there. So appreciate everything Levi and his family have done. I very much am going to miss him, and I do want to thank him for keeping up with all of his assignments on the Capstone project and being a big part of our organization over the years. So I wish you luck, Levi.
Levi Cooper here, your 2019-2020 Clyde FFA Sentinel. I spent the last 4 years in Clyde FFA. I spent the last 2 as an officer, and here's some things I've been involved in. I've done straw projects and chicken barbecues. I've done Ag Week breakfast, explore your backyard, state convention trips, leadership workshops, trap shooting, and many more. Some CDEs I've done. I've done small engine, soils, green hand quiz, tractor troubleshooting, ag mechanics, and general livestock. Some awards I've won. I've state placed in ag mechanics. I've gotten my green hand chapter and state degree, and I've got Star Junior. The SAEs I've done, I've raised show calves the past 4 years, and my future plan, this past year I pre-apprenticed at Clyde Light and Power, and following graduation I plan on starting an apprenticeship to be an overhead power lineman. And then I just wanted to leave you guys with some kind words. I wanted to thank Z for the past 4 years. It's really hard to fit 4 years of great memories into 3 minutes, but I'm going to try my best. You know, there's nothing that'll ever replace all the state convention trips, the banquets, the bus rides. I mean, nothing will ever replace that. I'll have those memories for years. it really sucks that it had to end this way. I was really looking forward to my final banquet and final state convention and making memories with my officer team and classmates. And I just wanted to thank everybody. I wanted to thank everyone for a great 4 years, all the past classmates, all the current classmates, past officers, current officers, and especially Z. I wanted to thank Z for all the opportunities and all the great memories. Thank you, guys.
Next student we'll talk about here is Clory Hackenberg. And what a sweet lady Clory is. She serves as our vice president this year, and she served as an officer for several years in the FFA. Clory is just a super young lady. She took a lot of courses at Terra this year, but she was able to get to my first period course in ag business for this first semester, and then through the second semester still maintained tremendous activity. As vice president, there's a lot of responsibility there, and I know that Clory did a phenomenal job in helping to run the organization this year. She is attending Bowling Green University. She wants to get her teaching degree and work with special needs students. And I think there's a great opportunity for her to incorporate agriculture into a lot of those lessons that she will be putting together for those students that she's going to get the opportunity to work with. She'll be a great teacher. She's very patient and kind. And I know sometimes she doesn't agree with some of my decisions, but she was very polite about it, and we had great conversations. Clory is a member of the state winning egg sales team, and she will be practicing hard here. If hopefully we get the opportunity to compete at the national convention in October, and I'll be still working with Clory a lot. And I do want to also recognize her as one of our outstanding seniors this year. And also, Clory is a recipient this year of one of the Frank Miller Memorial Scholarships. So we thank the Miller family again for Clory. And then also, I've awarded Clory the Gilbert Family Memorial Scholarship. And I know that we'll hear from the Gilbert family as they present that to Clory. So thanks for everything, Clory. Remarkable young lady, and we'll be looking forward to great things from you as an educator. Good luck, Clory.
My parents, John and Virginia Gilbert, were longtime farmers in Clyde. They were also supporters of the Clyde FFA. In memory of them, we would like to present the Gilbert Family Memorial to Clory Hackenberg. Congratulations, Clory.
Congratulations, Clory.
Next senior I'd like to talk about is Kenny Keegan. Kenny came into the Ag Mechanics program this year as part of Mrs. Oates' program, and I'm so grateful for Mrs. Oates introducing me to Kenny, Wyatt, Caleb, and Lizzie, all four of her students that she supervised and helped in the Ag Mechanics shop. They really brought a lot to the program, a lot of one-on-one, and my other students got an opportunity to work with them and them to work with my students, and I think it was a great mix, and we made a lot of progress through the program. Kenny, I think, is entering the workforce. I'm not sure all of his experiences with Mrs. Oates. I don't know if she's got him something already lined up. I'm not sure at this point in time, but I appreciate Kenny always thanked me for teaching him something. Oh, thank you, Mr. Zimmerman, for teaching me that. And I really enjoyed working with him and with all the other students. So, Kenny, good luck to you. I wish you the best of luck, and hope only the best for you. Our next senior is Stephanie Lucio, and what a great young lady Stephanie is. She's very boisterous, I guess is the word. She'll definitely let you know if she likes something or doesn't like it. As an example, this year she was in my mechanics class, and anytime anything went wrong, and it seemed to go wrong, it was for her. She got injured a couple of times, nothing too major, but a couple of times she got injured. And she would say, I don't know why I'm in this class. My mom made me take this class. But I really think that Stephanie enjoyed being in the shop. She definitely enjoyed being with the other students there and learning how to do things and measure and cut and all kinds of neat things that she was able to work on in the shop. Also, Stephanie likes to help when we have the middle school kids come out. She's always at the FFA events, the community service events and meetings, and I know that she's going to miss our FFA chapter, and we'll miss her as well. Great part of the group, and I wish her the best of luck as she moves on and in her pursuits. So, Stephanie, thank you for everything, and I wish you the best of luck. Next student I'd like to talk with you about is Ryan Mathern, and Ryan's been with me all the 4 years, and what a great young man Ryan is. He has a big part of his life has been band and his involvement in band, and sometimes that causes a scheduling difficulty for students to take my mechanics course. So I never really had the chance to have Ryan in my mechanics. I had him in my sophomore class, but to have him in mechanics for 2 years was not really a possibility. Ryan participated in the construction trades program over at Vanguard, and I think he had an experience in the shop where he was injured, and I apologize for him having to go through that. It was a mistake on, I think, Ryan's part, of a lapse of judgment on putting his finger too close to the saw, and it resulted in an injury. So I hope that doesn't stop him from using equipment in the future, but maybe just a good reminder for everybody that accidents happen, and to be prepared by always trying to take precautions and using our most important tool in the shop, and that's our brain. Ryan's taken a lot of jeering over that, a lot of teasing, and I'm not teasing you at all. I'm sorry that happened to you, and it had to happen in my shop, but hopefully you can grow from that and move on. I know that Ryan's a really hard worker. He's always had a job since, I think his sophomore year he's been working, and he'll do well. I was working with him on an opportunity in Fremont at a position, and honestly, at this point here in making this tape, I'm not sure how that has proceeded yet. I haven't followed up with him, but hopefully he gets that opportunity, and we'll expect good things from Ryan. So appreciate his family helping with all of the fundraising events, lots of fruit sales and barbecue sales from Ryan and his family, and that's a great help to our group. And also Ryan being an active member in a lot of our activities. So thank you, Ryan, for everything, and good luck to you. Next up, I've got Angel Moser, and Angel, it was my first opportunity to work with her this year as a senior, so I didn't know Angel her freshman, sophomore, junior year. She took our business course, and I think it's hard sometimes when you come in as a junior or a senior, even a sophomore, if you haven't been in the program as a freshman, you kind of don't understand some of the things about the organization of FFA, what we do. Angel caught on pretty quickly, and she came to some of our different events, and appreciate her help. She told me that in a little letter that she wants to maybe pursue a vet tech degree, and I hope that if she wants to do that, she understands that would be a tremendous opportunity for her. She'd have to work real hard at that, but that would be a very doable. So I don't have a lot of experiences through FFA with Angel, just because she was in here for just a short time, but the couple of things that she was able to come to, I did enjoy spending time with her. So I wish her the best of luck, and thank Angel for what she did this year. Next up is Ben Royster. Ben has been a student since his freshman year. I think his direction and my kind of direction just kind of went different ways here for a while. His senior year has been a little challenging to get him active in FFA events. Ben's a good kid. He's excellent in the shop. He's a very good welder. He took the welding program at Vanguard. Just never could quite get Ben motivated to do much through the FFA organization. And but I do want him to know that I wish him the best of luck, and I'll help him if he needs any help along the way. So I know he's gotten lots of his work in that he was missing, and I'm happy about that and proud of him for getting that stuff in. So Ben, good luck if you ever do watch this. I do wish you the best of luck. My next student is Nick Rust, and Nick is graduating as just a phenomenal young man. He's kind of one of those students that you forget about, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. He just does everything he's supposed to do, and you never have to give him any extra thoughts as well, as far as you know, he just gets his work done, and he's phenomenal at it. He's a remarkable young man. Very quiet and shy. I just wish that we could get him to talk a little bit more. Maybe outside of school he's different. I don't know him outside of school. I had very rare memories of him participating in any of our FFA activities outside of the class, and that's fine. I mean, he still made great contributions in our courses. I think he's pursuing a job through Bauman, and I hope that works out well for him. He just is extremely organized, very, very smart young man. All of the work that he has turned in to me has been just impeccable, wonderful. And I know that he's going to be really successful. And I appreciate knowing Nick and having him part of the program. So I wish Nick the best of luck. Next student we've got here is Madison Snyder, and Madison, as a senior, will be graduating out and looking for work in the workforce. I think she's going to work for a while and then maybe try to go into school to get her education degree. I know she worked with a lot of the elementary school students this year. I don't know if she was a tutor maybe, or had a job where she helped out one of the teachers. And I would hear her tell stories to other kids and tell me about her experiences with them. And I think she really enjoyed working with the little ones. I took some students down to a fish farm to get some perch that were raising in the shop, and Madison rode with her teacher that she was helping, and they brought their kids, and she was trying to bring agriculture into the classroom where she was teaching. And I think Madison also helped with just about every one of our trainings when we had the middle school students come to the high school for the Fun with Food and Agriculture program. And Madison was a big part in planning and organizing that. So I think she's going to make a really good teacher if we can get her to go to school and to get the degree that she needs to do that. And until she does that, I wish her the best of luck in whatever job or career that she finds to help her earn money to go to that, to get that education. So Madison, thanks for everything. I wish you the best of luck. I got to see her, and she came through to get her cap and gown and stuff, and I wanted to give her a hug so bad, but we weren't allowed to. So, but virtual hug here, Madison. Okay, good luck. Next, I'd like to talk about Jeffrey Ungerer. Jeffrey has been a student for 4 years, and what a remarkable young man. I remember him as a freshman, a skinny little thing, and he came in and he wanted to apply for a grant to get money to get some chickens. And eventually, Jeffrey was able to get chickens. We didn't get the grant through the National FFA, but he's raised chickens and gotten eggs. He raised a couple of pigs at my house and got the experience of how to lose money raising fair pigs. And that, you know, all joking aside, I think he learned a lot that summer about the responsibility of taking care of livestock and the money that is involved in feeding and managing them. But ultimately, Jeffrey has turned out to be a great young man. He's going to be serving our country in the military, and appreciate that very much about him. He's been an officer in the organization and has represented us at national convention, state convention, and lots of career development events. So I really appreciate all of his great support, both from him and his family, and I wish Jeffrey the absolute best of luck and be safe as you work to defend our great nation. Thanks, Jeffrey. Next, we have Hank Webb, and Hank's been a student for 4 years, and I know that it's been a big challenge for Hank. The challenge is getting time in his schedule to take all of the college prep courses that he wants to take above and beyond what he just needs to get qualified for college, and to also remain active in our agriculture program. He's actually been just a phenomenal person to have in our group and in our FFA chapter. He always brings a tremendous amount of knowledge about most areas, and he's able to educate others around him a lot about things that most of us don't think about. I will always remember him teaching everybody about CRISPR technology for making the biotech advancements today. And I know that Hank is going to make contributions in our world in the science field that are going to benefit humankind. He's has a phenomenal brain, just a wonderful, wonderful young man, a very respectful person, and has a great faith. And I really am so happy to have had the opportunity to work with Hank over the years, and I want to thank him. He's been a really good treasurer for the organization, and a great member as well. So Hank got his state FFA degree last year, and he's been working at Eshelman's, and I know that they'll miss him when he goes off to school. And he called me yesterday, actually, and told me that he had just got accepted at Notre Dame, and I hope that he can make that work. What a great honor to be accepted to Notre Dame University. So congratulations to Hank. Look forward to great things from you, and you're probably going to have enough finances to get your American degree. So after you graduate, you want to come back next year during Christmas break. We'll work together, and maybe we'll work on that American degree when we can make a trip to Indianapolis to get that. So good luck, Hank. I know I will be talking with you. You take care. Sorry, Hank's also one of our outstanding seniors this year. And also, Hank will be receiving $500 from the Frank Miller Memorial Scholarship. Also got Hank down for the Barb and R.J. Miller Memorial Scholarship. And I do wish him the best of luck. Again, thanks, Hank. Next student to talk with you about is one of my twin daughters, Julia. I'm going to try to talk about them individually, although they're very, very similar. You're going to hear pretty much the same presentation because they're very, very similar. I mean, they're twins. They've been together since the conception. So Julia is this year serving as our president. I know she has some challenges there. But I think she has grown tremendously as a leader and has represented us well. So I don't want her to ever think any differently of that. I think that she did a really excellent job as president, representing the chapter when she needed to be places she was there. She had a part-time job through high school, and the opportunity for an internship came up, and she took that. And so she wasn't here every period of the day this year, but still was able to be back at school for all of the activities that she needed to be at. She's got a tremendous brain and mind and a great ability to communicate. She's a wonderful speaker. I remember her freshman year just being absolutely dead set that she was not going to talk in front of people. I made her get in front of people, give her that experience, and today I think she could stand in front of any group of people and give a wonderful presentation, and I think that's what FFA is about. And it's so nice that it happened to my own daughter that I got to experience it as a parent. Julia's got her state FFA degree last year, and she is going to be headed to Terra, and I'm going to continue to be able to have an opportunity to teach and influence her through the Ag Business program, where I'm an adjunct instructor at Terra for that program, as well as a lot of the other ag teachers in the county. So we'll look for great things for Julia, and she'll be in the area. Recently started working at TSC in Tiffin, and we'll be able to do that and still be a full-time student at Terra in the fall. So Julia is receiving one of the Frank Miller Memorial Scholarships, and so congratulations to her, and thanks again to the John Miller family for that donation. And Julia also is receiving the Bill Payne Memorial Scholarship, and I know there's a presentation for that scholarship. Thanks for everything, Julia, and good luck as you move into the next phase of your life. I love you.
Hello, my name is Julia Zimmerman and I am graduating this year. I have been involved in many contests throughout the year, such as public speaking, parliamentary procedure, job interview, soils, ag sales, and a lot more. But after high school, I plan on attending Terra State Community College, majoring in agribusiness and agronomy.
Hello, everyone. I am Melinda Payne, and first I'd like to congratulate all the seniors and wish you the very best. Today I'm honored to present the Bill Payne Memorial Scholarship. This year's recipient is Julia Zimmerman. Congratulations, Julia.
Our last senior graduating this year out of our program is Olivia Zimmerman. Again, very similar presentation to her sister Julia, because Olivia is her twin sister. Olivia has been a tremendous asset to the program as well. She served as an officer for several years and has been at numerous activities. And when you're the daughter of the ag teacher, you're kind of expected to be at everything. And I think early on that was very exciting for them. But I know as things go on, you get tired of always being sometimes the only student representing the chapter at an event or an activity. And I do appreciate that from both of my daughters. I drug them all over the world just to do things. And it's why our organization has the things we have and is successful, is because students are able to give up and sacrifice time and things like that to help. So I do want them both, all of my students and Olivia, to understand that I do appreciate the sacrifices that they have made. Olivia loves livestock and is going to be attending Ohio State University, the ATI campus in Worcester, and she's going to be pursuing an animal science degree. I hope that after the 2 years there, she'll transfer down to the main campus and become get her 4-year degree and open up a ton of opportunities for herself through the animal science program at Ohio State. I know that Olivia is going to be a great success. She's a great communicator as well. And I want to recognize her this year for running for the state FFA office. I've had students in the past that have run, and sometimes my dad always taught me sometimes you get the bear and sometimes the bear gets you. And Olivia did not make the ballot for state office. That doesn't mean anything other than there was somebody better than her. And there's always going to be somebody better than us. So as long as you do your very best, and I know that she did, she worked hard to prepare, had a great interview, and wrote some really good thank you letters in preparation for that event. Didn't make the ballot, oh well, we're still proud of you, and very much excited for you and your future. Olivia is another one of our outstanding seniors, and Olivia is going to be awarded one of the John Miller in memory of Frank Miller scholarships, and also Olivia is receiving, the Bob Williams Memorial Scholarship, and I think we'll hear a presentation about that here in a minute. So I wish Olivia the best of luck, and I love you too, Olivia.
Hi everyone, my name is Olivia and this is Grayson. I've been a member of the Clyde FFA for 4 years, and throughout those years I've been involved in many activities such as community service and farming, and I've also done many CDEs. Some CDEs include Parley Pro, food science, general livestock judging, grain merchandising, and probably many more. But after high school, I plan on attending Ohio State ATI in Worcester for animal science, and then hopefully finding a career with beef cattle or anything that looks like Grayson, because he's super cute. But anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and I hope you are enjoying. And also, even considering the circumstances, I hope that everyone is having a great rest of their year. And again, thank you, and please enjoy.
Hi, my name is Kent Williams, and on behalf of the Williams family, it is my honor and privilege to present the scholarship that is dedicated to my father. This year's the Bob Williams Memorial Scholarship goes to Olivia Zinnerman. Olivia has shown great leadership and improvements and handles every task thrown at her with ease. What can I say? Her parents are great role models for her and the community. Always willing to lend a hand and has become great friends. It also hits me hard that I was sitting in her father's classroom when I heard the news of the twin girls were born, and now they're graduating high school. I know they will continue to fly high. The sky is the limit. And to the rest of the graduating class of 2020, I wish you the best. God bless, and thank you.
So I just had the opportunity to talk with you about all of our seniors, and I wish that senior class the best of luck as they move on to the next chapter of their life. I want to thank all of our sponsors of scholarships who have been able to contribute again and to be a big part of helping these young people as they move on to furthering their education. I wanted to recognize the other students who are receiving the Frank Miller Memorial Scholarship. There are 4 students who graduated a few years ago, and they're in college right now. The first one is Robert Selvey. He'll be receiving $500 from the Frank Miller Memorial Foundation Scholarship. Robert is studying to be an agriculture educator, and he's be starting his senior year here at the Ohio State University. So we're proud of Robert, and congratulations. The next one is Sydney Jess, and Sydney is in her junior or senior year, I think in between there. I can't remember how many courses they had taken in the summer and outside of high school, but she's pursuing an animal science degree down at Ohio State, and what a phenomenal job she's doing. I think she's almost close to a 4.0. She's a very brilliant person, so she's deserving of that scholarship as well. The next one is Emily Huffman, and Emily is pursuing an agricultural communications degree from the Ohio State University, and I remember Emily is a pretty shy person, so that she's moved in communications is just phenomenal, because I think she has a lot of great things to say, and now she'll get a chance to do that. So good luck and congratulations, Emily. And our last one is Shiley Sharp, and Shiley is at Stottsburg College completing her vet tech degree. And Shiley had taken some courses in ag business, and she had taken some courses in another program, and I think she finally found her way into what she really loves, and that's that vet tech area. So first time we've ever been able to award scholarships to students who are already still in their college programs, and this is only possible again because of Mr. and Mrs. John Miller and their contribution to this year. So we thank that family tremendously, and remember Frank Miller, and I know all of the students who received money from that fund will be very, very appreciative of it. So that concludes our senior recognition program. Thank you.
Every day, we are faced with so many challenges. Challenges like dealing with angry customers at work who are clearly not having a good day, taking care of livestock who like to test our patience, or even figuring out what the future may hold for us. Now, these are just some of the many challenges I have been struggling with lately. So I want you to think to yourself about some of the challenges you have been struggling with. Last week, I watched my last state FFA convention virtually. I did all of my homework online, and I picked up my cap and gown from a distance. I think we all know that many things have changed because of the current situation. That is definitely no secret. But how have these changes challenged us? Well, I'll tell you, 4 months ago, I spent hours working on a speech I was going to give to my fellow FFA members and guests at our FFA banquet. But because of the current situation, I had to make a decision. I could choose to keep my speech and maybe just not have the same effect I was looking for. Or I could choose to adapt to the current situation, scrap my old idea, and start over. That choice was another challenge I had to face. I wanted to have the same impact through a video as I would face-to-face, and I knew it wouldn't be easy. But if you know me, you know I'm always up for a challenge. As the Clyde FFA president, I feel that it is my duty to give my fellow members and guests some hope and advice as we continue our year. Whether it's to college, to the workforce, or even another year in high school. But first, I would like to share with some of you the many challenges I, as president, have faced this year. As you may know, there are some very important events for the president throughout the school year. 2 of these events include our officer retreat and our annual FFA banquet. For those of you who are not familiar with an officer retreat, every year our chapter members plan an event for the officer team to bond, come up with plans for the school year, and set a list of goals for our chapter. Goals such as getting members to participate in career development events and getting members involved in the community by doing community service projects. I was so excited to be able to attend the officer retreat as the president, to share my ideas and my thoughts with my team and be able to plan out our year together. We planned our trip to be in August to a campsite in Mohican. We took tents, a camper, and a lot of food. All so excited and ready to take on the weekend. Now, in the beginning, I knew it was going to be a challenge. I had just gotten my wisdom teeth out the day before, and I still was not feeling too hot. But I knew this was one thing I had to push aside, face the pain, and face this challenge by leading my officers team as I desired. It was the first night on the camping trip, and so far everything was going pretty good. I was feeling much better, and I couldn't wait for the next day. But suddenly, there was another challenge I was faced with. My family was woken up that night from a call saying that our barn was on fire. I know many of you may not know, but this was not our first experience with a barn fire. My 7th grade year, we had our first barn fire a couple weeks before my birthday, and we lost just about everything you could think of. I mean, the firefighters were able to stop it before it hit our house, but 13 goats and all the stuff my dad has been collecting for years and years, all gone in an instant. At first, we didn't believe it. I mean, another barn fire just 5 years later? How could that happen? We didn't get much more information than the barn is on fire. Then Liv, my dad, and I were off to home when my mom stayed back to take care of the rest of the officer team. The ride back home was the longest ride of our lives. I'm not sure if it was because we didn't know exactly what to expect when we got home that day, or if it was because my dad got pulled over by a state highway patrolman because he had a headlight out. But that's a story for another time. Now, on the way home, my dad rambled on and on about all the things he was losing in the fire, while Liv and I sat in the back seat, terrified and devastated. Thank God it was just the barn with all of our hay storage and equipment, and not the new one with the animals. While I was watching my barn burn down at 4 a.m, I had so many thoughts going through my mind. Then it hit me. Not only am I losing another barn, but I am also losing an opportunity to serve my chapter as the president during one of the most important events of the year. But rather than letting that overcome me, I knew that I could still set an example for the younger members by staying positive and motivated. And I wasn't going to let another barn fire ruin my year. Soon before senior year ended, my family was forced to mourn the death of my grandpa, which was just another challenge for me. I really have never lost someone that I was super close to, and I wasn't sure what to expect. A man so stubborn yet so selfless, who taught me what it really means to care for others. Just like that, he was gone. After he passed away, we all learned so much about who he was and all the amazing things he'd accomplished. But we also learned how many challenges my grandpa was faced with. He was someone who let nothing get in his way of becoming successful. So I decided to take this challenge and turn it into something that would motivate me and make me a better individual. Because that's exactly what my grandfather would have done. But it wasn't until I figured out we would not be able to host a banquet that I started to lose hope. With so many things coming at me at once, I really wasn't sure what to do. No graduation, no FFA banquet, no more school, and no state FFA convention. Would I still be able to attend a college campus? What will happen to my graduation party? Are my grandparents going to be okay during all of this? What is this going to do to my future? And the biggest question I had, is this going to be a challenge I will not be able to overcome? All of these questions I was not sure how to find an answer to. Yet again, I miss out on an opportunity to serve my chapter in person, to be able to stand on stage and talk to my fellow members and how this was the best year to serve as the president was one thing I was so excited for. For a while, I was convinced I was not going to give a retiring address. I mean, what was there to talk about? I was not able to have an officer retreat or a banquet. Did I really have an influence on other FFA members? A question I am still unable to answer. Although I may never be sure if I really had an impact on my fellow classmates, I hope that this year I was able to take after my grandpa and show them how to be brave and how to face challenges. Not only did I learn so much from my grandpa, but throughout the year, I could count on my twin sister, Olivia, to show me how to be determined and selfless. My boyfriend, Bird, showing me how important it is to live in the moment, how to remain calm, and always being there for me through everything. My mom, for never letting me give up. And lastly, my dad, who is my absolute best friend. My dad has showed me how to have passion, how to work hard, and how to love everyone. But even with all of this support, there is no way to get rid of a challenge. And there will never be a day that you aren't facing one, whether it's big or if it's small. But the way we handle them makes all the difference. There is nothing we cannot overcome. Just stubbornness and doubt stand in the way. I hope all of the younger FFA members were able to learn from me the importance of overcoming our challenges so that we as individuals can better ourselves, even if it seems like we can't take it anymore. To find ways I could overcome my struggles without giving up was something I did this year while serving as president. To everyone watching this right now, I want you to know that whatever you do with your life, whatever dream you're working towards, there's always going to be something that'll challenge you and might make you feel like there's no possible way of overcoming it. But I assure you, challenges are made to better yourself, to make you work hard, and to always keep you on your toes. With a little work and dedication, there's nothing you can't do. To be able to serve as the Clyde FFA president was something that taught me so much about myself. My endless passion for FFA and agriculture has pushed me to take advantage of so many opportunities and face so many challenges along the way. After going on and on about how I was so lost with school in my future because of everything has dramatically changed, my mom told me, "Julia, every day there is going to be something that will challenge you, and if you can't overcome it, how are you going to continue to better yourself?" I knew she was right, and I knew there was no way I could let any of this stand in my way. I want you all to remember what my mom told me and use that in the year to come. I know that no matter what, the Clyde FFA officer team will be faced with so many difficult challenges this upcoming year. But I also know that the outstanding members will do whatever it takes to be successful, and I couldn't be any more proud of all of them. I am so grateful to have been a part of an amazing officer team, and I am so proud of all of the chapter members. So now I want all of you to think back on your challenges you have been faced with. Maybe you have been struggling to keep up with work, with school, or have a very angry customer. But just remember, the world is full of challenges and suffering, but it is also full of hope and the ability to overcome. Thank you. We would like to say thank you to the 2019-2020 Clyde FFA leadership team for all of their hard work and dedication throughout the school year. Special committees, Aubrey Vandergriff, Catrice Hagenberg, Chase Davenport. Standing committees, Heidi Drow, Riley Warwick, and Jeffrey Unger. Chaplain, Olivia Zimmerman. Student Advisor, Ken Robinson. Sentinel, Levi Cooper. Treasurer, Caleb Lane, Evan Brewer, and Hank Webb. Reporter, Paris Brock, Brandy Ward, and Audrey Kohlenberg. Secretary, Caitlin Meyer and Logan Waller. Vice President, Corey Hackenberg, and President, Julia Zimmerman. Our 2020-2021 Clyde FFA leadership team is Standing Committees, Growing Leaders, Ethan Lance. Building Communities, Nathan Parkhurst. Strengthening Agriculture, Ivy Kidd. Historian, Lorelei DeCourcy. Parliamentarian, Courtney Buchanan. Chaplain, Emma Davis. Student Advisor, Chase Davenport. Sentinel, Heidi Drow. Treasurer, Caleb Lane and Logan Waller. Reporter, Audrey Kohlenberg and Riley Warwick. Secretary, Caitlin Meyer and Aubrey Vandergriff. Vice President, Brandy Ward, and your President, Catrice Hagenberg.
Thank you all for joining us to celebrate our chapters and members' accomplishments this year, and to honor all of our seniors. And thank you to the Zimmerman family for putting together our banquet. Madam Secretary, do you have record of any further business which should now be transacted? Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? Hearing none, we are about to adjourn the 82nd Annual Clyde FFA Banquet. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare the 82nd Annual Clyde FFA Banquet adjourned.